Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Prince MJ Magasa. If you are new to this channel, thank you so much for joining me. If you are a returning subscriber, how you doing my guy? Thank you so much for coming back. And I know I haven't been around, like I've been gone like since last year, and I apologize for that. It's because of some other things that were happening in my life, and I just wanted to come back fresh and feeling good. So thank you so much for joining me, and if you are new, please do click the subscribe button so that you join the family. So this is the first episode of the series Prince Talks, where I will be talking about some of the events that will be happening in Zimbabwe, on Zimbabwe social media, and also some of the big events that will be happening. Unfortunately, I won't be like getting into people's personal business or into this people's, fights and stuff, those work stuff. I don't want to be doing that. So basically, I'm just going to be doing big events. I'm just going to be talking about things that really affect us as the youths, some of the things that are really affecting us today, and those kind of talks. That's what I'm going to be talking about. So events, big events, public events, social media trends, and just like issues that are affecting us. That's the main reason for this. So recently, the Zimpraise group, or the Zimpraise choir, recorded their season 13, which was called the Resurrection or the Restoration? Child, I'm just gonna put the flower here because I don't know. All right, so it is called the Resurrection. All right, I don't know. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, and just talking about some of the highlights of the day, some of the highlights of the group, and or some of the things that we did not like as the prophet. I did not personally like. Let me put this in plural because other people liked it, because this is my personal opinion. But first, let's talk about the highlights. Some of the things that I really love about Zimpraise, and some of the things that I really enjoyed about yesterday's show. So the first highlight that I have, and thing that I love about Zimpraise, is their consistency and commitment to worshiping God. Consistency is one of the hardest things, guys. Even me on my social media here on my YouTube, sometimes I give you content, sometimes I just do a vlog nyana just to cover up, knowing very well that I don't have anything to give you. And then sometimes I just do a video, I just sit down, and it's normal. It's not normal to be inconsistent, but I just want to commend them. Every year they have managed to give us like something to look forward to, from season 1 up to season 13. I think it's 13 years already. Is it 13 years? I don't know. I'm not from Zimpraise, but I think it's like 13 years already, them worshiping God, and that itself, it is something that is worth to be commended, and something that is worth to be clapped for. So we celebrate you, Zimpraise, for that. And also the other highlight of Zimpraise that I wanted to talk about is them giving a platform for up-and-coming artists to develop, and to nurture them musically, and also for them to go out and fly and go out and show out their talent. We have the likes of Cherai Elad, and also Sharon Manyonganise, and also what's that other guy? His name? Wenzimpo Story. We have Kevin, who is now called Kevin, the wedding planner. We all knew them from that group, and we knew them all from that group. English. Rephrase. Regroup. Let's regroup. We all knew them from that group, and that's how they started their musical journeys, which are quite successful. Some of them are quite successful. Some of them, God is in control. The thing that I want to commend Zimpraise for is just building the brand and the marketing. The brand is really strong. Like the way they have marketed themselves, the way they've put themselves out there, the way the connections with other businesses. So let's talk about the highlights of the show. So my first highlight obviously has to be Ivy Combo. I watched the show. Like I didn't go physically, but I watched the show virtually because it was live on Facebook on Identities Media TV. You can go and check it out. I think it's today. She was so natural, so the sound is not changed, though she has changed. She's so you could feel that this Ivy Combo, she has remained true to her sound. You understand? with people aging and changing and moving from one lifestyle to another, now she has got some, maybe she would have changed the tone or try and work with the voice, go to the doctors, do surgeries or something like that. But basically the tone is still the same, and everything is still the same, which is like thumbs up. I felt like just and she was good. The performance was very well executed, and that was beautiful. Thumbs up to you, mama. And also this other person that I really performed very well was Melissa Makwasha. Just not just trying to go there as opposed to, hey, my advisor, but I just want to give you flowers where you're still alive. You did a great job. Especially with your first and second performance. That was beautiful. I could feel the zeal to praise the Lord in you. I could feel how you there's that thing that you feel when somebody is like performing, and I could feel it in you, and it was fire, and thumbs up to that. And also who else? I didn't watch that drama before, so I don't know how those people acted. So I just started from the performances, so I don't want to be talking about that because I didn't watch it. Who else? Zimpraise. That was beautiful. Yeah, that's okay. That was okay. Thank you so much for gracing the show. That was beautiful. You always deliver. We all know that. Obviously, when something happens, there are always there's always like the bad side and the good side of every story and of every event and everything. So we are going to like the those are called the highlights. So some are called the lowlights. What do you call this? Are they called lowlights? I did not like about the event. I personally did not like. Maybe you liked it, but as for me, I did not like it. All right, the first thing obviously has to be the uniform. Alright, I'm not laughing. Okay. As much as I'm trying to say the uniform. Alright, I think you record like one recording per year. I think you also have like hymns night, which are like those nights. But you have like one major recording for a year, and this was season 13 recording actually. And I think that if you have like one uniform, because basically, who was doing uniforms for you like in the past years? It was much better. Now the black thing, it wasn't working. Like it wasn't working. Those t-shirts from Marana, $3.50. No, it doesn't matter about the price actually. But guys, alright, let me just say this. There are a lot of up and coming artists, designers in Zimbabwe who want to be on a bigger platform like Zimpraise, who want their work to be showcased on a bigger platform like Zimpraise, because with Zimpraise is more influential. There are influential people there watching. Also, there are influential people who come to the shows. Yesterday you had the minister, you had Lax, also Honorable Minister, Deputy Minister for Arts, I think, and you had also people like Sodom Kandla, you had people like Madam Boss, people who have good numbers on social media, people who are very influential in Zimbabwe, and also people who you can make that designer's dream come true. You understand? So I think and I commend that since you have like one recording, I think JS Celebration once did this year, 2 years ago, they asked for like designs from up and coming artists, because up and coming designers, what am I saying? Up and coming designers, because at the end of the day, up and coming designers are not expensive. That's one thing. And also the second thing is that they want your work to be showcased, obviously, so they are going to lower the prices and everything so that you can find them at a very good price. I'm not saying don't pay people, please pay people. People need to. If you're not able to do that, there are shops, especially maybe even in South Africa, there are shops like Mr. Price where you can find clothes for, actually it's just for one night. You can find like 100 rand clothes, 100 rand dresses for the ladies, 100 rand shirts for the men, and then they just wear it maybe with the black jeans. This makes sense rather than what she did with uniforms on the last recording. That was the first thing that I didn't like. It was so dark. It was so dull. I know you were trying to commemorate the death of Jesus Christ, but yo. Also, the other thing that you have to work on, the second thing that I didn't like about yesterday's event is how dry it was. As a worshiper and somebody who loves worship, who loves gospel music, yesterday's show was super dry, and I couldn't feel the spirit moving. You know, even virtually, when somebody sings and the Spirit of God is in the place, you feel it moving. You must have like a worship leader who is very sensitive to the movement of the Holy Spirit in the room or in the auditorium, and who knows how to select songs, how to execute, or how to worship God. You understand? Worship leaders in the group, and also maybe the main worship leader, and also worship leaders in the leading, in the like the lead vocalist, somebody that you know that when they execute, when they worship, there is something that happens in the atmosphere. Because at the end of the day, gospel concerts are different from Shakata, are different from Macheso, are different from Enzo Raisha. We are not there to tickle our fancy, but to tickle God. Try and practice more, because you know there's a saying that says, give me 24 hours to chop down a tree and I'll spend the first 20 hours sharpening my axe. Is it the right thing? But I think it's the right thing. So preparation is very important. And also, the other thing that I didn't like about the sound and what they were producing, the ladies, the gentlemen who were singing, is because, alright, let me try and explain this. When somebody moves out of a group or goes out, let's say Sharon got out of Zimpraise, when you get into the group, you do not get into the group or into the choir with the aim of trying to replace Sharon. You understand? New sound, we want new tone, we want new presentations, we want to see how you can do it. But the thing is, everybody wants to sound like someone at Zimpraise. Everybody wants to sound like Melissa, everybody wants to sound like Sharon, everybody wants to sound like Impostor Wentz. You are not Impostor Wentz. Impostor Wentz is Impostor Wentz is unique in his own way. You are also unique in your own way. You have a very beautiful voice. Just try and work around that. You understand? So that sometimes you are not strained, because when you understand your voice, let's say you're singing majestic and royal, you're never unkind, mighty and royal. I understand my voice. I am very, like, my voice is very strong when it comes to low notes, but not high notes. And you never see me attempting to say, you know, all those things, because at the end of the day, I am not going to do good. So I'm not trying to be sounding like anybody, because if I try and sound like somebody, it's going to ruin my performance. And also, you know, there's a saying, or there's something that I learned from a lesson that I went where Zimgospel was talking. She said, you don't do publicly that which you haven't done privately, which is quite a very powerful statement for me, because it really teaches me a lot. So you cannot come here and try and perform that which you haven't rehearsed at home. You go in the morning, you wake up, you say, oh dear Sungano, oh Sungano dear Mari, on your own mirror, so that when you come, it's very simple. It's just Sungano dear Mari. But you try and do what you haven't done even at your place in front of people, and I'm telling you, you're going to be embarrassed, because it's Richard Shoshoma, or you are going to be off key, especially the discourse that was hearing yesterday. I engage Sarent. for joining me. My name is Prince MJ Magas, and this is Prince Talks, where we talk about some of the events that will be happening here in Zimbabwe